Joel Embiid did a historic thing tonight. I want everyone to know that he did a historic thing tonight because, look, when you come back from knee surgery like that, you're supposed to be on a minutes restriction and you're supposed to not really impact the game. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be out there, get your conditioning, jog around a little bit, get some shots up. You know what Joel Embiid looks like in the preseason? That's basically what everyone expected him to look like tonight. And that's what I expected. And that's what he looked like the first 2.5 or so quarters, you know? Just jogging up and down the floor, getting some shots up, not playing too crazy hard. He did level Jalen Williams in the first half and fell to the floor, and we all caught our breath. We were all kind of just being paranoid the whole first half, like, bro, you're doing too much. You're going too hard. You know what I mean? But he proved to everyone that, look, I can put weight on it. Look, I can do all the basketball things I need to do. Look, I can hit spin moves. I can hit step back jump shots. I mean, when you come back from the injury like that, you're just supposed to jog around, get some shots up, and get your conditioning up, okay? But lo and behold, it comes down to the wire. Because why? First of all, why would any Sixers game not come down to the wire? We can't just lose by 30. We can't just win by 30. Any game that we ever play is always going to come down to the wire because that's what they do to us. But, you know, in true Sixers fashion, they're down by 10, 11, whatever, 12 at one point in the fourth, I think. That might be wrong, but the OKC had a significant lead at certain points, and we looked down and out. We looked gassed. Joel Embiid obviously looked gassed. He looked way tired, most of the game, and I think Joel Embiid always looks tired. It's just Joel Embiid. He's 7 foot, 280-pound person playing a sport that, that you move as much as you do. I think he always looks tired, but he looked really, really tired. Right? And he wasn't in the game. He went out of the game in the fourth quarter. And I thought they were just going to leave him out. I thought we were just going to lose. And he comes back in the game. He comes back in the game. And he drags the Sixers to victory. Fresh off a knee surgery. And not just being a part of the team, not just playing a role on the team, literally came back in the game, put the whole team on his back, and said, I got this. I'm back now. Let's go. What do I have about Joel in the fourth quarter? He came in and immediately tried to spin to the lane. He got a charge called on him, which was the second one called in the game, which, again, I thought was a ridiculous call. I thought the defender was moving and didn't have his feet set, but the referees were, I don't know. They're like, oh, Joel Embiid's back. Let's insert ourselves into this game and call some charge calls on him. I just thought both of them were ridiculous. Let me just talk like the order of the fourth quarter, if I can keep it in order, okay? Kelly Oubre hits back-to-back threes. Joel Embiid gets called for the charge. Tobias Harris off of Joel Embiid double team. You know what? I thought we were struggling to get the ball out of double teams in this game. I thought there was too much standing around a lot of times. Didn't think there was enough cutting, enough action. But they'll get that together, and it'll start to look like it did in the beginning of the season around Joel. Tobias Harris, we'll talk about him in a second. Let's see. Paul Reed dunked on Chet Holmgren. Embiid back in, hits a spin move and gets to the free throw line. Kelly Oubre gets a steal and a fast break dunk. And what was it, about 105 to 103? Joel Embiid on Jalen Williams, just like we saw all season before he got injured. ISO jump shot money. ISO jump shot money, and he ties the game. Lou Dort gets an offensive rebound, 2 free throws there, and what were we, down 1? Joel comes down the other end. Joel got the steal, right? Yes. Well, he was fouled 105-104. Then I think Dort got the rebound and got fouled and got to the free throw line. And then Josh Giddey, in crunch time, trying to put a move on Joel Embiid. Fresh off a knee surgery. crunch time, under a minute left, steals the ball on a Josh Giddey crossover, runs the fast break, and draws a foul on Chet Holmgren. They challenge it. It wasn't a hard foul, but it was a foul. And when you watch the replay, we were in the playback chat like, they're going to overturn this, bro. And I was looking at it, I was like, they can't overturn this. It's the clear definition of cutting off the offensive player's path to the basket. It's a clear definition of a block. That's what the baseline referee called. Call stands. Joel Embiid, 2 free throws. Clutch. Puts the Sixers up 3. Other end, we're holding our breath. We let Isaiah Joe wide open a couple of times, and he missed them, luckily for us. But, I mean, for Joel Embiid to come back and not only play hard, I think he played 30 minutes, for him to impact the game the way that he did is just absolutely unbelievable. And it's game-changing, man. And, look, what you notice right away with him on the floor is the presence on both sides of the floor, right? Like, what other player comes back from knee surgery and automatically gets double-teamed? He's that damn good. And just his presence alone completely changed the game from what we've been watching for the past month or so. If Joel never even shoots a basketball, he's incredibly valuable to a team because just the gravity that he pulls and then moving the ball around the perimeter. The defensive side of the ball, look. He doesn't have to actually block shots to impact the game defensively. I mean, just on another level. You watch so many times players get in the paint in this game, and when Joel was there, they just take another side dribble and kick it out. He just changes everything. Players just do not attack the rim when he's down there for good reason. Even with his conditioning where it is right now, he impacts the game so much on both sides of the floor like no other player I think I've ever seen. In my humble opinion, I think he's the MVP every single year because of his impact on both ends. He just changes the game completely. And it's so nice to have him back. I want to listen to an interview maybe if they interviewed him after the game, maybe I'll find that on Twitter. But his impact on the game is absolutely out of this world, and we are just blessed to be in a time period where we get to watch a player like Joel Embiid